Hi, I would like you to try the prototype of my new game Trench 2 Combined Arms, which I have been working on the last couple of days. And well, I'm trying out some new concepts. So I would like you to download it and try it, and give me your opinions in the comments before I continue to work on it anymore. Not a finished game, just a prototype as it says. Let's try it out. First you get the option of if you want to go through with the tutorial, which I will quickly show you. Like that. Now let's continue with the campaign. The new game, like you saw, has a tutorial in case you're not understanding how it works. And but you can jump into the campaign right away. Well, let's start. As you can see here in gameplay, if you have seen or played previous games, it has changed a lot, and for the better, I believe, because the previous games were really basic, and they weren't complicated, and there weren't enough things to do and to affect. But now you can do that. Your power has been split up into 3 trenches, the left, middle and right trenches. And now you also got logistics to handle, front and back logistics, which provide your trenches and soldiers with arms, ammunition and food to keep them going. Without it, they can't fight. Also support that includes artillery and airplanes, and also recon, which tells you and gives you information of the enemy strength and what kind of units they're using. So you got 4 options in the trench: either defend or attack, depending what kind of battle it is; intelligence, which is a really nice new addition. Someone said in the comments about it, but I was already actually planning on it. Which is, if you go there right now, it will say no intelligence available. If you paused and watched the tutorial, you will know why. Because let's go to assign resources. And also, this game no longer have any men, and you don't have to reinforce. That is completely removed. So instead, in each battle you start with 1,000 resources, and they get refilled, and you have to reassign resources for every battle. But you don't have to go through that reinforced mess. And yeah, let's go over there. Here you can assign resources to the trenches, logistics, support and recon, and you need to have enough. overall to actually win a battle. So it isn't just one stat of power you have to be good enough in, but you have to be good enough in enough of them. You don't have to have enough in each of them, but in the right ones and the right amount. So let's get some resources for the trenches. Also some in the logistics and in support, and also recon, which is very good because once you invest or assign resources to recon, you will unlock intelligence. If you go there, you'll see that our planes report light troop movements from the enemy trenches. They seem to be advancing equally across all trenches. Estimated numbers are 50 on the left, 50 in the on the middle, and 50 on the right. This gives us a clue, not always an accurate clue, but will help you know what kind of amount of resources or men you need in your trenches. So it said 50 in each trench, which I already have, so this should be enough to win this battle. But for each battle, these numbers will change, and it will become harder each time, and the information, the intelligence will not always be accurate. Before we start to defend in this battle, let's go to relocate resources, which once you have assigned resources, well, if you're out of resources or you just want to change those you already have assigned, you would want to relocate them. So if you go see through at 1 through 6, you can move resources from one trench to another. Like that. You can also change from front to back logistics. Like that. But you can't change support or recon. You also can't change resources from one category to another. Because imagine you already sent your soldiers to the trenches. You have already invested in logistics. You have already brought forward the artillery and launched the planes into the air. You have already conducted the recon. So you can only change if it's the same category. You can move your soldiers from one trench to another, from front logistics to back logistics, but you can't change what already has been done. But you can move it around a bit. It's better than nothing, and still gives you some limitations, and you have to be careful what you assign to start with. Now, let's defend. It's also a bit more story than the previous game, which basically had no story at all, but it's still not a story focused game. Perhaps a sequel, but well, you get some text at least to keep the mood up or something. Now we're going to attack. We don't have intelligence from the start, so what we will do is we start with getting recon, which unlocks the intelligence, and we see the enemy have a strong middle point, so we will need some more resources at their middle trench. And I will also show you what happens if you don't have enough logistics, because let's get some support but no logistics, and let's see what happens. Due to a lack of logistics and support, your men are unable to attack the trench, because like I said earlier, If you don't have logistics, your men don't have weapons, no ammunition and no food, so they can't fight. So we always need a certain amount of logistics. And I haven't talked about how the tutorial explains it, but I haven't told you how the battle system actually works. It works like this. Each of the stats have a requirement to succeed, and if you succeed that requirement, you get victory points, and you need a certain amount of victory points to win a battle. So let's say you succeed the requirement in 2 out of 3 trenches, and but you fail in 1 trench, but you succeed in the rest of the stats. You can still win, but it's like this. The trenches give you the most points, so they are the most important to succeed, but the others give you points as well. Not as much, but it's good to invest in all of them. Let's assign some resources again. Let's get some recon also. Now, let's go. The tutorial is actually longer than the campaign right now, because I put a bit of work into that. It's only a prototype, so the campaign will be expanded. And the amount of work I put into this will be based on how many actually want this. Or else I will just make it in my free time. Start with getting some intelligence. The wrong one. As you can see, there's already much more investment and much more advanced than the previous game. There's actually some gameplay here now. You don't just change one resource to another, one stat to another, then reinforce a couple times, get some more power and attack or defend a trench, and then keep going, repeat until you won or lost. It's a bit more than that. You actually have to have some strategy this time, and with a bit of story and intelligence, and it will become harder, and you need to get an understanding of what the ideal resource assignment actually is. How much does one stat tend to need? We need to figure it out to get the solution to how to actually fight a trench war. Yes, I got some recon. Larger troop movements, it says. They are advancing towards our flanks, which means we have to assign some resources there. 6. And some support. One feature that I haven't implemented yet is that in defensive battles you won't need as much support, but well, you need some to defend yourself, but support becomes more important in attack battles when you need more artillery and planes to support your attack. But I haven't come to that point yet, but it will happen. And I hope you will try it and give it a chance and perhaps like it. And that's it for now. There isn't much stats, just the amount of times you failed. There is a 3 times failed limit. If you fail 3 times, you lose, but the campaign is very short, so it isn't that much. But difficulty levels will be implemented, but this was just a prototype for now. So try it out and let me know. And yes, I know it obviously has really great graphics and obviously a competitor to Crysis and whatever game that is popular nowadays. That's it. Thanks for watching. Even if you watched for 5 seconds and jumped to this part or watched half the thing, but you certainly didn't watch all of it. Because I know, I got the stats. You didn't. Admit it. That's it.